They're on the floor, Bill. They're on the floor.
It'll be all right. A chicken soup and a tomato, and after I get that, get these in the water.
I've always been fascinated by hospital food. It has a really bad reputation, but it's also very essential. In a hospital, food is medicine, food is comfort, food is a sense of humanity.
Hello, hi, how are you?
We are at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, Magee-Womens Hospital. We are here to meet Bill. Bill is a line cook who prepares food to order for patients and caters to countless different dietary needs every single day. I'm really excited to meet Bill and learn more about his job. But first we gotta find him. And this hospital is a maze. All right, wow. This is huge. All right. How's it looking? Great. Am I covered? Good? Okay, let's go find Bill.
Ready.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, Bill. It's so nice to meet you. I guess we can shape. What's been up since you got here? What's your setup like?
I will have sausage coming over. I will have bacon coming over, which
Okay.
gentleman over there is cooking. This will be my French toast
Oh,
mix.
this is your. You have a French toast station.
Yes.
Whoa. I see the bacon is being crisped.
That'll be Steve. Steve takes care of that side over
Steve is
there.
on bacon duty. Important. What else do you have to prep?
Ah.
Batter, good.
Batter's
Eggs,
good.
ready.
And then at 6:30, we start rolling.
Okay.
Checks will just start coming in from 6:30 on. It's game on.
So this is just like the calm.
This is the calm
Before the
before the
crazy,
storm.
okay.
Yes. My name is William Freeman, and I'm the hot cook here at Magee-Womens Hospital.
What was your perception about cooking food in a hospital? Did you have any expectations?
I had no idea. I really thought it would be like lunch meat sandwiches and just plain, bland. I didn't think it would be like a restaurant where it would be hands-on and you go out there and you just create. So once I cook the food, it's going over, and here's my tickets coming in.
Oh my gosh, what? Oh my God.
It's just the start. So it'll go from point A here to point B to point C, and then to point B up to the room. And we try and get that done within 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay, cool. All right, let's fill some tickets.
It'll have their name. It's going to the TCU unit. It'll tell you what, type of diet they may or may not be on.
How are you keeping track of everything? It's just all in your brain?
Just there, yeah. And what I do for myself anyway, any check that I have facing that way is a scrambled egg.
Oh.
Just
wait.
for memory's sake.
Yeah. So like, these are all scrambled eggs. These are not scrambled eggs. It's like a visual cue for him, like scrambled eggs, scrambled eggs, scrambled eggs, not a scrambled egg. That's really smart.
Sausage.
I feel like we just went from like 0 to 100 in 1 minute. My parents had no idea what an English muffin was before they immigrated here, and we ate so many English muffins with butter and jam growing up.
As a kid, we made pizzas with them. I grew up here in Pittsburgh. We moved around a lot. My mom was a single parent.
What was your first job ever?
Paperboy.
Have you been working ever since?
Ever since. Ever since.
Only one order of pancakes?
Only one.
And so 2 pancakes to an order.
2 pancakes
Okay.
to an order.
Gorgeous pancakes, perfect circles. And so you aren't seasoning the eggs?
No.
And you can't for
Can't.
health reasons?
Cannot, correct. Okay. Should be a French toast, bacon, and there's my French toast. I am going to be coming this way.
I think he fulfilled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. almost 10 orders. I think that was like 5 minutes.
Watch your back. And as you can see, like I said, at 6:30, they just keep coming. Like I said, around 9 o'clock-ish, I will start trying to switch things over.
But like, you know, there's not like a formal break that you get to switch things over.
As you see the time, you see an opening, you take it.
Wow. So you all are plating everything up, basically?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, I'm the last person to see that tray that could go up before it goes up.
Okay. So you want to make sure it has everything they need.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Very, very, very important job.
Yes.
Let's make them look nice.
Oh, that looks real nice. So Bill has this system that's just spitting out tickets, and like, I know that they come from some kind of call center, but I'm just curious what the life cycle is like. Like, how does a patient place an order? How do the tickets come? We're gonna go to the call center and find out how the tickets get here in the first place. Okay, we'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am.
Hospitality call center. This is Shanice speaking. Maybe room number, please. Okay.
Oh, nice. Hello. Good, how are you? So this is where the magic happens, huh?
This is where the patients place their orders.
Wow.
Sure, what would you like?
Anything else?
Hospitality call center, my name is
All
Charlotte.
right. I'll have this up in an hour.
And all of the ordering happens over the phone?
That is correct. A lot of our patients like the interaction with the call center.
Do you want me to double up the French toast? Okay, I got you.
It's like nice to talk to a real person.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. We'll be here. No problem.
Hospitality call center, my name is Charlotte. May I have your room number, please?
Yes, it's 5703. 3703.
Okay, for Rebecca?
Yes.
Okay, and what would she like?
She would like the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich on a bagel with a side banana. And that will be it.
Something to drink?
No, thank you.
Okay, give us about an hour.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, no more. Let's get rid of that. Aaron, I don't owe you any oatmeals with that, right? Just this cream of wheat that I'm coming with? Yeah. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Busy for a Thursday. What's up, young lady?
Are you okay? Do you need anything?
No, I'm good. Just trying to get caught up. You know me. We're gonna make it work.
Oh, a little garnish.
Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Are you Rebecca?
I am. This is Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte.
She was born, less than 36 hours ago? Wow. We were past the due date. She was being a little stubborn about joining us.
Do you all have a sense of who she looks like? Either one of you? Like, do you see either of yourselves?
I think she looks like her dad. She has his dark hair.
Oh, wow.
She has a lot of
big
hair.
head of hair. Oh, my God. And have you been eating at the hospital since you all got here?
Yes.
How has it been?
It's been really easy. And they're good about telling you what you can and can't eat. There are certain times of was a day where I was only allowed to do like liquids, and then other times of the day that I could have whatever I wanted. So they guided me on that.
I think I remember you had a bacon egg sandwich?
Yes.
Or
Yes, like a breakfast sandwich.
on a bagel?
Yes.
I saw Bill, who's the cook that we're following, prepare it
Oh,
for
cool.
you. He really lovingly prepared your food. I
Aw,
watched.
that's great to know.
Before like being here, had you thought a lot about like eating while at the hospital?
I think it's something you forget that plays a big role into how you're feeling. Being able to order something as it sounds good to you can definitely make a difference. You know, we're worrying about her for the most part, and you kind of forget some of those baseline
Needs.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll leave you to it.
Awesome.
Congrats
Thank
again.
you. I appreciate
This is I'm very excited for you all.
Aw, thank
Even though we
you.
just met.
Oh, that's kind of you.
All right.
Have a
See
good
you
day.
later. Oh, sorry. Hi, Bill.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, you know, hanging in.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry, I had to run away from
No. You run away as often as you need to, Bill.
I am chasing you right now.
I just want to point out this is like
Okay,
what it
here's that
means
soup.
to make food on demand for people. Someone wants pancakes, you have to make them a pancake. Someone wants a burger, you got to make them a burger. Someone wants like a piece of chicken with a slice of provolone on it, you got to do that. It's like, this is the nature of the job. Oh, sorry.
At this point, like lunchtime, you're all over.
Right.
Now, whereas breakfast, I'm just
It's
right
breakfast-
there.
Yeah, it's breakfast food, right. He's working like 7 stations right now, and I think that's just like incredibly stressful. He doesn't do the easiest thing first. He does what came through the ticket machine first. So that could be like a very complicated burger. It could be an omelet with 7 things. He has to take that ticket first. And all between doing this, he's warming plates, he's cleaning up his station, he's making sure that everyone else has what they need, he's making sure that he has all of his ingredients set up for whatever the next course is going to be.
You're cooking with gas.
Had you ever worked in a environment like this before taking this job?
I used to be a housekeeper in a hotel.
I'm sure you got stories from that job.
Yeah, people are amazing. People do people things.
People do people things. Very diplomatic.
I was making minimum wage to clean rooms. And I mean, you'd get yelled at because you didn't have enough pillows or you didn't put a toilet paper roll on, and people just treated you like crap. A friend of mine had stopped over and was like, hey, you know, UPMC is always hiring. I thought like prayers were answered because I was just at a limit. Top there.
Hey, girlie. Food service, may I come in? Hello. Hi, how are you doing? Hello. Alrighty, and yourself? Hello. How are you doing today? Food service, may I come in? You guys have a good day, okay? Alrighty, bye-bye. I just like to help as much as I can. You never know their situation at home or what they're dealing with. If something that I could do to help them ease their pain or stress, to help them deal with it, then that's what I'll do. I try to do, put it that way. Bye-bye. Sometimes when you're having a bad day, You go in there and they make your day.
Hospitality Call Center, my name is Charlotte. May I have your room number?
Sure, it is 5847.
Miss Wise.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good.
Good morning.
Good morning. What could I get for you this morning?
Well, I've 2 pieces of French toast.
Okay.
With 2 butters and 2 syrups.
Okay. Always, yep.
And then the breakfast potatoes in a separate container.
Absolutely.
With the salt, pepper, and ketchup.
Okay.
A chamomile tea with 3 Splenda, please. And can I get my 2 raspberry sherbets?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
No problem. All right, is there anything else I could do for you?
No, I think that's it. You're just the best.
Oh, well, thank you. All right, well, we'll get this up to you within an hour, okay?
Okay, thank you, honey.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do you feel like you get to know the patients through the call center?
Absolutely. The mother and babies are kind of in and out, you know, because they're only here for a couple of days. But the patients that's in here for, you know, quite a while, we really get to know them.
There's plenty of people who you've met them at their highest highs and then their lowest lows. And you just try to be that light for them. Even though I'm just taking a patient order, it's, to me, it's not just a patient order. It's like I'm helping you through something.
We tell patients it'll be about an hour, but it's normally around 45 minutes. Sometimes it's even less. Sometimes it's only a half an hour.
I mean, Bill is cranking on those orders. I feel like if Bill's doing his job right, like, you can get them reasonably quickly to patients.
That is correct.
Food service, may we come in? Good morning, good morning. How are you today?
Okay, how are you?
All right, you feeling all right?
No.
Oh, wow.
Your mother brought me some flowers.
Oh, wow, that's great. I see you got your little lights on your bed. That makes it look nice.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, all righty. Is there anything I can get for you? You need anything opened or?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much.
All righty, ma'am. You have a good day, okay?
Thank you too.
All righty. Bye-bye.
How long have you been in and out of here?
Too long. I have like dysautonomia and I've dealt with endometriosis. So I'm kind of in and out. This year has been more than usual.
Before you started coming here, like, what was kind of your expectation of hospital food?
Well, I think it's portrayed everywhere as like yucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've been to other hospitals where it is horrible.
And how would you describe your experience with food here?
I mean, there's a 3-page menu.
Yeah. Can I see it?
Absolutely. And then they just started doing this thing where they have like specials of the day, special dessert.
Wow, this is really comprehensive. Whoa.
Yeah, and so they have different diets, like GI Easy for people who aren't feeling well.
Right.
Heart healthy. It means kind of the world to me that there are so many choices and that it's good because, you know, then that gets me eating more, and you need to eat to feel better, you know.
I'm amazed at your ability to stay calm because the stakes of this job feel so high.
There's some days where the pressure is a lot. Like today, I think I was 25, maybe 30 minutes behind on quite a few checks. Like I can walk away for a minute to get myself a little start over moment, but I'm not walking away for 15, 20, because the checks and things don't stop. Everything else doesn't stop because I did. I put a lot of pressure on myself.
Did you look at the sheet from yesterday that showed you know, how many meals you did and the accuracy and all of that, the report?
No, I never look at that.
Well, you should, because yesterday's report, your accuracy rate was like 99% at breakfast. That was just you.
I strive just to try and do it properly, do it right, do it to where I would want it for myself. 3, 4.
You thought hospital food was gross when you came into this
When
job.
I first came in, yeah.
I mean, do you feel like you are every day trying to change patients' minds about hospital food?
Oh, without a doubt.
How goes it? Thank you.
I am done.
You're done? It was busy. It was busy.
Today was busy. Little bit of running. Sometimes a couple points it was a little frustrating, but you make the best of it.
You know, we went around talking to patients who had eaten the food you'd prepared for them, and a bunch of them wanted to say thank you and to pass along the message. And they said it was a bummer they don't get to meet you, but they appreciate that the food is so good here.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. All right. I don't want to ride the 2 o'clock shuttle with you guys today.
Now, what do you do for fun, like outside of work?
Sounds like a TV sitcom, but I just happy with the little bit of things I do. I work, I go home to the wife and kids, and
I think a lot of people's favorite pastime is hanging out with their kids.
I'm watching them grow, and hopefully they'll remember me once, they can say, hey, Dad was pretty cool.
Do you think your job is hard?
Oh, yes. I cannot make believe, oh, it's a piece of cake. It's a job. How you doing, Francine? Pulled out home fries earlier. I do it for my wife and kids. I know that the benefits, my daughter, my son can go to the doctors and, things like that there. Those are sometimes my motivation.
You've got me thinking, Bill. Pancake-coated potatoes.
But I don't do it because I know I'm going to get rich. I like what I do. I like cooking. No matter how badly I get beat up in the morning or I'm running around and I need new shoes by the end of the week because I wore the soles out, I do it again because I like cooking. I like what I do. I can't be the surgeon. I can't be the nurse, but I can do my part with the food. You folks have a good night. Stay out of trouble, all that stuff. Good night, ladies.